guys, so it's me, Kiani. Today's video, I'm bringing you this Cool Tones Valentine's Day look. I wanted to get out another Valentine's Day look to you guys, and I want it to be very in-depth but very quick. So I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this type of tutorial. I am using a very inexpensive eyeshadow palette. I'm using the Smokies by Maybelline. It's a very inexpensive palette. It only costs $10, and the payoff is very intense. You can find it in your local drugstores right now or at Maybelline.com. I'm actually in love with this, and it's really weird because those of you that have been following me for a little while know that I like to use a lot of my warm tones, but this palette actually caught my eye quite a bit ago, and this is the first time that I've actually had a chance to play with it. So I wanted to get it out to you guys for Valentine's, for those of you girls that like your cool blues and your icy shades, and the combinations are actually endless with this palette. So again, without further ado, let's get to my Cool Tones Valentine's Day look. So I've already prepped my face, and for a detailed tutorial on this full foundation look, click the link in the description box. It will give you a full commentary on how I beat my face. Obviously this is the look that we're actually going to recreate. Right now I do have my brows on as well, and like I said, all of that you will see in the previous video, but for now I'm actually going to prime my eyelid with my MW40. This is the Studio Finish Concealer by MAC, and I'm going to use my Sigma. I want to say this is the F75 concealer brush. So I'm actually just going to lather this on the bottom part of my lid, so closest to the eye area, just really shaping out where I want that eyeshadow to go. And then I'm going to put it right underneath the my bottom lash line. This would be in place of, sometimes we use like the Pro Pots by MAC, which are colored, but sometimes I just like to use the concealer so I can really get the true pigment of the eyeshadow. Next, I'm actually going to be working on this Maybelline Smoky palette. I'm going to grab this is what Sigma calls a medium sweeper brush. I want you to pay close attention to this brush right here. It's very flat, but it has 1,000 bristles here. And again, the design of this is really they call it a sweeper, but it really does allow me to pack eyeshadow, especially with my lid being so small right here. So I want maximum pigment application, but I don't want a lot of fallout, so that's why I'm using this brush. So I'm actually going to go into this kind of navy blue shade right here, and I'm just going to pat that along. This is kind of creating what I call a one-step smoky eye, and you see I'm just packing on the color. Where I actually applied that eyeshadow cream or concealer, I've already shaped out where I want this darker shade to go. So that's a good little indicator for those of you that feel like you have problems creating a smoky eye. If you go ahead and start with the concealer, which is almost colorless, you can really sculpt out the eye and set your parameters. So that's just a really good tip. And just pack the color until you feel like you have the dimension that you want, as well as the intensity and hue as you want. Next, I'm actually going to go right underneath and sweep that same color right underneath the eye area. I'm going to take it all the way in to the bottom, almost into my inner V, but I'm going to leave that inner V fairly open, and you'll see why in just a second. Again, pat that color on until you have the intensity that you want. Next, I'm actually going to move into this icy shade. Now, I'm not a really big fan of icy blues, but for some reason I did gravitate toward this shade this morning, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Because I'm not such a big fan of it, I'm actually going to just grab just a little bit and pack that into my inner V. And it does really offset the depth of the eye. It balances it out and draws a little bit more interest into the smoky. I'm actually going to pop that onto the top inner V as well. and flank it in just a little bit. What I also use as my guide with where I create color, and I think this is a good indicator for a lot of people. Some people have a little bit smaller of a pupil depending on the lights that you're up under, and some people have more of the white. If you use the white as your balancer for where you want to actually put your pops of color, depending on if you're doing a darker shade or if you're doing a lighter shade, if you use your eye as your indicator on where those pops of color should go, then the techniques that I teach you guys are going to be exact on everyone, but it's still going to be specific for everyone. So because I have a little bit of white here, it's mainly because my eyes, my lights are really, really bright on my studio. And on this side, when I go to the outer V, when I pop that white on, I can mark where the color should be. So therefore, I've marked both eyes and they come out symmetrical. Lastly, as a transition shade, I'm going to grab my Sigma. This is my E35, and I'm going to move into this pretty purple shade right here. It's like a deep plum. It's not a black, so you can really gradually set that color in. And you notice I'm just going to pack again. Pack the color on before you start to blend, so that will minimize your fallout. And remember, I did not put on a lot of concealer into my crease. I actually kept the concealer around the eyeball itself. So again, allow that to be your indicator on where those colors should go. And I don't want this streaking, which is why I did not put concealer there, because sometimes it gets harder to blend it out. And this just makes the process easier, and the outcome comes out equally as good. So just make sure both of those look exactly alike, and if you want to blend out, you can. Alright, next we're going to grab some mascara to finish this look off. Lather those lashes. I'm using my Tarte mascara. And I want to say this is Lights Camera Lashes. It's one of my favorite mascaras by Tarte. And I think to polish off my lashes, I'm going to use some Demi Wispies, which are my favorites right now. You can find those in your beauty supply store. You can find those in your beauty supply store. You can also find them in Ulta and Sephora, any brand. Just pick your favorite lashes. I like the Demi Wispy lashes, but if you want to use a thicker set of lashes, this is not a look that you can't do that. So feel free to do so. If you want to do a wing liner, right now would be a great time to apply that while your adhesive is drying on your lashes. Now I've applied my lashes. I'm actually going to polish the look off with another coat of my Tarte mascara on my bottom lash line. And just kind of push a little bit of that mascara into your upper lashes as well to make sure everything is all bond nice together. As with any look, you can go back in, reapply as necessary. And right now on my lips, I just have a little bit of clear Estee Lauder lip gloss. So I'm going to soften that just a little bit. And you guys can choose your favorite lip shade. I'm going to use Desire by Estee Lauder. It's a nude pink. Really, really cute nude pink. And I think I just want to pop a little bit of my Glam lip gloss. This is the Aqua Luxe by NYX. And there you have another cool Valentine's Day look. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure that you comment down below. Do you like these types of in-depth tutorials? Are you getting anything from it? Leave those comments in the down bar. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at love_Kiani. You'll see who I'm applying these tips and techniques to, as well as follow me on all my other social media. Twitter at love_Kiani, as well as my Facebook, MakeUPbyKiani, MUA. That's all we have for now, guys. It's time for my very, very quick close-up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button. We look forward to working with you again very, very soon. That's all we have, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hugs and kisses. Bye.